Breaking news in the trial of accused cult leader Elijah Bishop. In the past half hour, a DeKalb County jury found Bishop guilty on all charges. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us tonight for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. The most serious of those charges was rape, but Bishop was not even in the courtroom as the verdict was read. Fox 5's Tyler Fingert was there. He joins us now live. Tyler, what was the reaction in the room like as that verdict was read?
Yeah, Courtney, good evening to you. Alleged cult leader Elijah Bishop is now a convicted rapist. He was not inside the courtroom as this verdict was read. Instead, he watched remotely from the DeKalb County Jail because he had COVID concerns because someone tied to this case tested positive earlier this week. But as you might imagine, he was not happy after this verdict was read because there was an audible gasp from the Zoom meeting that was broadcasting in the courtroom. The judge then ordered that mic to be cut so the jury would not hear anything else from Bishop. I want to take you inside the courtroom as this announcement was read just about 45 minutes ago. The jury found Bishop guilty on all counts he faced, including rape, false imprisonment, and charges related to revenge porn. Bishop is the leader of the alleged cult Carbon Nation. Prosecutors say he raped a former group member as she tried to escape the group back in 2022 and then posted revenge porn online. The jury deliberated for just about 6 hours before announcing their verdict this afternoon. Take a listen to the moment as it unfolded.
On count one, how does the jury find? Count one is rape. Guilty. And count two, false imprisonment. Guilty. Count three, prohibition on nude or sexually explicit electronic transmissions. Guilty. Count four, prohibition on nude or sexually explicit electronic transmissions. Guilty.
And I am told that the victim is emotional in this case. She was inside the courtroom as this verdict was read. She sat stone-faced as this verdict was read, but I am told that she is emotional and grateful now for this case to be over. There is still one more part to all of this, sentencing. The judge decided to go forward with that tonight, and it's unfolding right now in courtroom 6D here at the DeKalb County Superior Court building. We're going to have the very latest on what's being said and if if a sentence is announced at some point before 6 o'clock, we'll bring that to you at the very latest on Fox 5 News at 6. We are live in DeKalb County tonight. Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
All right, Tyler, we'll look for the latest tonight at 6. Thanks.
Shalom, shalom, y'all. Allah. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Ruach Kadash, which in the Petty Hebrew times, created the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to your sister brothers living in this truth, and shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Shalom. Now, what you just watched was the leader. His name was Nature Boy. He was the leader of it was kind of like a Hotep comedic mixed in with black spirituality. All that, you're going to be saved by your melanin and vibrations, kind of like some black spirituality, black consciousness mixed in with Egyptology all together. He was the leader of looks like a cult. He had a bunch of sister wives, and dude's totally bugged out, man. And like, the Lord is not dealing with Hotep Kemetic in Egypt. We should not be going back into Egypt. That's why the Lord is stomping them out. First, go through my lessons. You'll see the Lord got rid of Brother Polite. Now next is this dude named Nature Boy. I think they say he got life without parole. He's done. Lord is not playing with these Hotep Kemetic dudes, man, at all, because it's a false religion. It is not the covering of Yahweh Shah. Plus, the Lord, hey, he coming with it. He brought us up out of Egypt, and now these dumb Negroes want to go back to Egypt, the shadow of Egypt. And anybody that listens to them, because Hotep Kemetic to me is straight madness. When you tell me the black woman is God, I'm like, dude, that's a straight lie. You done right there. Like, I seen them before when I was going through my spiritual journey, looking for the truth. The first people I saw was the Hotep Kemetic dudes, like Bobby Hemmett. He's done. He had a car wreck. He paralyzed from the neck down. He was the first person I seen talking that Hotep Kemetic Egyptology stuff. And then it's a bunch of BS, man. Straight up. I'm just letting you know. Yashua, if you didn't. Like, you don't want to go into Hotep Kemetic. Plus, the Lord is doing a number on them. This is 3 people, Hotep Kemetic. They top dudes that's all getting knocked off. And there's more to come. You know, who's next? Young Pharaoh? Yaki Awakening? Who's next? So the Lord is not playing. You know, and this dude, I be looking at Jake. Like, Jake is on a real low level. I know how they went into Hotep Kemetic, the shot of Egypt, because planted Christianity is a lie. So you will run from that. You know, I came from that too, ran from it. And they'll go into Hotep Kemetic, you know, Egyptology, or black consciousness, all that spirituality, open your chakras, and you know, your vibration, you know, all that little crazy madness. Jacob going to that. And these dudes will talk that big talk. And this dude's bugged out. Like, do your research, Yashua. I'm going to show you a clip on how bugged out this dude was. And what really got him messed up. But dude you can look dude in his eyes and tell he had a lot of demons on him. So I'm looking at Jake like, how you go for that? Like, dude looked like he done ate about 2 tons of mushrooms. He drunk. Like, you can look in his eyes and tell he was spiritually dead. So I don't see how Jake went for dude, but dude got millions of dollars, big following. He had dudes in his following, sister wives. Like, Jake loved to run the BS. And like, even when it's shown to them that it's BS, you know. So we're gonna come with a scripture, and I'm gonna show you a clip on some of the bugged out madness he said. He done said a lot, because this dude been going for some years now. And I just be looking at Jake like, wow, y'all listen to a dude spit this craziness? So let's get a scripture. And I'm going to show you some of this bugged out stuff that he spit, man. And this, I believe, the clip I'm going to show you is what really got him popped. So let's go to it. And the Lord ain't playing right now, man. He about to decimate all the Hotep Kemetic, Egyptology. And I know it's a couple brothers that be following me that's into that. Hey, I advise y'all to change your name and put the covenant of Yahweh Shah. Get out of that now. If not, hey, the Lord gonna smash you out. I'm gonna tell you straight up, because he's doing it already to your leaders. So this Proverbs 1:22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. So simple got multiple definitions, but in this definition, using it as a stupid. So how long are you dumb jakes gonna listen to these Hotep Kemetic, Egyptology, Nation Islam, all these little false religions? How long y'all gonna do that, man? When the scriptures is like, the prophecies is pouring off the page. Like, the Lord is showing who got the truth right now. So lower your pride, humble yourself, and get with the truth. You know, if you want to make it through this, because like, Jacob's trouble is upon us. And you don't want to have the covering of Egypt and Islam and all these other false religions set up on you. So I'm in the same precept, like King Solomon said. How long, you simple ones, love simplicity? And the craziness, the Lord will like show these bugged out dudes, show them bug out so you can get away from them. He's showing that even in the nation of Israel with these other, you know, T-shirt of fringe camps. They say some little madness and bugged out stuff. That's your opportunity to get away from them. So if you just think I'm over here just spitting some old madness, you know, hating on dude, because that's what Jake like to say. You hating on him. You making millions. You hating on him. Whatever. Let's play a clip, and I'm going to show you. Because dude said some super bugged out stuff, which all his members should have left. All the women wives he had should have left. But Jake is in complete darkness, madness. The 2/3, they are really under strong delusion. So let's get to the clip. I'm going to show you the clip. Watch what this dude got to say. He tried to clean it up. Man, ain't no cleaning that up, man. Let's get to it. Check this out, y'all, Sharala.
I be walking. There's allegations and that was made in reference to you fondling yourself.
So there he go. That's him. I think 4 wives. He had got more later on. And he really got popped. He went and got an Edomite wife. Everybody joking like that's when he about to get popped. I know that every time he do is get some money, you know, they all talk that melanin, have melanin, melanination. You look up, they got an Edomite wife. Like, well, Brother Polite did that. And every time they go get an Edomite woman, guess what happens? Destruction comes. So here go dude with his wives. Now watch this, y'all. Let's listen to this clip.
On the children, and some people say that you're a pedophile, whatever that whole story is.
So this is what happened was, I apologized too publicly because one of my craft is to articulate myself online, and so I got 700 plus videos of me teaching. You understand? And whatever you do in life, I don't care if it's basketball, whatever your craft is, whatever your profession is, you're gonna make mistakes. And I have made the mistake of saying something in a wrong way online, and they have used that against me. You understand?
Right.
And in that, I apologize because I know how it sounds. When I listen to it, I like, oh man, I did not mean that, but it did come out like that, and I made 3 videos after that. My son started being ashamed of his body, and I seen it happen. I didn't want that to happen. They made him ashamed of his body. They showed him that he was naked. I did not want him to know he was naked. I said, son, look here. I didn't even want him to be in a world where he knew he was naked. I wanted my son to be so pure that he never knew he was naked. I take baths with my kids. I'm naked with my kids. I have sex in front of my kids. I never be ashamed of sex. My son be breastfeeding, I'll be making love to his mom. That's me, bro. That's how I get down around kids. I try to keep their purity. I don't want to take their purity away by covering myself up. They're going to be ashamed to cover themselves up. And I'm pure at heart. So you can think in your mind, if I let another kid here, I'm going to have to change the way I am so that your kid can be comfortable around me. No, I'm going to be naked as fuck in front of your kids. My son comes up and grabs my penis. I let him grab my penis. I had sex with his mom. I'm making love to his mother. After I'm done, I'm laying there chilling. He grabbed my penis. And he's playing with my penis. I let that happen. Number one, child services had got called out to my house because of that statement. And checked my son at the time that was with me to make sure that he was good. So child services of your government had came out to my house. I invited them in. I said, come on in, brother. He came in, he talked to me, so I could tell you're not no pedophile. But I did watch the whole video, and I could see how they clipped it and made it, but we have to come out just to make sure. They interviewed my child. They seen that there was no signs of pedophilia there.
Right.
But in the video, I said that I let my son touch my penis. Well, I said play, but I should never said play. It sounded crazy, and I apologize, and I made a mistake, and I apologize that I came out wrong because I was just talking in passion. You understand what I'm saying? So when I said my son touched my penis, that means like I be walking around naked around my son, not on no creepy shit. I'm a realist. So I walk around naked around my child. So I didn't want him to feel. I wanted my child to know that he was pure. And it was pure. It was not nothing tainted or sexual about it. It's just my son, he'll touch my penis. He's looking at his penis. He's figuring out himself. And he's saying, I got one, and we take penis together or whatever. Just father and son, but not playing with my dick like sexually. Not like that. I wasn't meaning in that context. But that's how people had clipped it and put it out there. And I was just trying to make it clear, like, nah, I'm nude around my son, and I don't want my son to ever feel ashamed about his body. One thing that I know is that we are, as a people, sexually traumatized from birth, from childhood. We don't have a lot of sexual education. So I didn't want my child to be raised in a world where he was ashamed of his body.
Right.
If my son was to touch my penis and I smack him and I'd be like, no, don't touch me, then him and his mind is going to be, that immediately traumatizes him in that way. I always walk around free around my son and be like, yo, I'm always naked. That's just me. I'll be naked. And so my son like, Daddy, your pee-pee out. And I said, yeah, my pee-pee out. You got a pee-pee, I got a pee-pee. And I'm educating him on himself while being free with me, but never on no creepy ass. Listen, I want y'all to listen to me. I come from where you come from. I'm a nigga. I'm not no creep, homie. I don't.
You hear that? You heard what he said? He said, I'm a nigga. No, he just straight up said that. He a nigga. Let her talk.
Do kids. I don't do it. You understand? Like, I know how that came out. I seen the video. I feel where you coming from, and I see my mistake. And I apologize about that. But I ain't no creepy ass nigga with kids. I don't do that. Now, my wife was breastfeeding, and I hit it from the side. I did that, like, and I said that, but it was not in the sense of, looking at the child, and you know what I'm saying, nothing like that. She was breastfeeding, and I had sex with her on the side, like, that's just something that I did. I'm just being real with you. I did. I don't feel like that's creepy, but that's real, and that's what I did. And the way I said it in the video was a mistake. It was just coming out. I was just speaking in a moment. I was passionate, and they clipped it. It was a whole hour video, and I was explaining about how, you know, how impure we are when it comes to our bodies. The first thing that God in the Bible's the first thing that Adam and Eve did was hide themselves out of shame in the presence of God. We must go back to a state of being able to be naked without shame. And so I was saying that I took myself to that point with my child, so my child would not have to feel shameful about their nakedness. I didn't even want my...
Now you hear this? This dude, like, you watch his videos, he be talking bad about the Bible. Talking about it's a false book, it's plagiarized. He talked that whole Kemetic spirituality. Now here he is, he caught up in the heat. Now he want to talk about God and well, we all shame. So they do. They let you know they full of straight shit, man. So they let him talk.
My son to know he was naked. Let me say this, and I'm going to end my statement. A child doesn't know what a penis is. It doesn't even know it has hands. It doesn't even know it exists until we tell it it exists. You understand?
And so that's a straight up lie right there. See what I'm talking about? Why you can't listen to Kemetic niggas? A child don't know he a child, but he knows he exists. Why? Because they're perceiving their world. You know, they can see it, hear it, touch it. So they know they exist. They don't know what stuff is, but so they are spit some little wacko knowledge, man. They really ain't gonna profit you none when the destruction falls out. You know, they think they too deep for their own selves.
What I'm saying to you, a child doesn't know it has eyes, a nose, an ear. A child doesn't even know it exists until we tell it it exists. So how we raise our children is so important to our future, because the children is a version in the parallel universe of us. I wanted to raise my child so pure that he wouldn't even know it was naked. That's how I wanted to raise my child. But I could not do that in that world. So now I'm isolated. I can do that where I'm at now in the jungle. I can do it because I'm isolated now. I could raise my child in a way that is pure, to the sense that it doesn't even know it's naked. We don't have to tell our children. If you never told your child it was naked, it would never know what that meant. But we make the child ashamed with how we handle our nakedness, how we deal with each other in shame and sex. We hide it and all that. What I'm saying is that we need to become more pure and understand our sexuality, not defiled in our way of dealing with sexual energy. And that's what I was basically saying, but I made that mistake, and I'm trust me, I'm paying for it. Right. Because they will not let that go. You understand what I'm saying to you? So that's to explain that with that, how that went. You know what I'm saying? We don't have children here, can't be a pedophile, my wife is pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know that I'm a nigga. I'm a real one. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say I'm nigga, I come from where you come from. You know how we get that. You know who we are. Like, I'm just real, like with mine. Like, I'm pure. I'm a pure heart. So I walk around naked, and it don't mean nothing like ill intent in front of my son. And if my son touched my penis and just playing, you know what I mean? Like, you know how your son be like, so he's just playing. I'm like, yo, that's your penis, man. Yeah, this is your penis. This is what this is. And I'm educating him. That's what I was meaning. Not like play with my penis, like playing with it, masturbating. That shit is crazy. That's wild, crazy. That's the things that people projecting from their sick mind.
You shit, dude. Now, come to find out, did a little research on dude. You know, I used to see his little bugged out videos or whatnot. I ain't getting into it. He sound, the first time I watched one of his videos, he sound bugged out and I couldn't get with it. You know, you see how he talk. It gets worse than that, y'all. If you ever delve down that dark path, if you knew, I recommend you don't, because dude will bug you out. And I found out he used to be a stripper. Allegedly, they said he used to be a stripper from Atlanta. He used to do alphabet agenda porn with Edomite men. So now it makes sense why you have your son playing with your rod, because you used to do that type of stuff. So I'm looking at these women like, how you go for a dude like that? And see, in Egyptology, Kemetic, they say that alphabet agenda isn't wrong. You're supposed to, they say, mess with both the energies. And that's the stuff I can't get with, because they reject the teachings of Yahweh Shah, and they got the same thing the world got. They got that do as thy will spirit. You know, Bobby Hemming used to teach, like, if it feel good, it is good. So say if you on a low, you know, you on a low mind, you know, you ain't got that much knowledge, man. One of them dudes will come up to you and they use big words, like Brother Polite, big words. They be like, hey, brother, see, this world has you confused. What you need to do is let me put my phallus in your rectum in order to open up your kundalini, which will open up you to godhood. And if you're a dummy, you'll go for it. And these women and these simple jakes go for that, man. And I'll be looking like, Negroes, you crazy. Is you crazy? And they say the black woman is God and your anus is a portal and you need to open it up and you need to get the semen is like, they'll say like spiritual secretions. And once you get enough of that in your anus and it saturates, then your kundalini, your energy will wake up. And they be like, the Bible teaches you that's wrong, but really is right. And that's how they'll con you. Them is a bunch of con men. Everybody, Hotel Commander ain't nothing but a big old con. Go look at Brother Polite and scam. And you'll see thousands of videos on that. This dude too, Young Pharaoh, Yaki Awakening, all them dudes, Sarnada, all them men are con men. So the Lord is like smashing out that Hotel Comedic Egyptology, man. That dude just got life without parole. And then I also heard this dude say, see, this is what got him knocked. I seen a video. I wanted to pull it up for y'all, but it got buried because he going viral right now because of his verdict. He called himself, he said, I'm a God. And them people in his cult believed it. And I'm like, what? Can't no mortal man tell me they're a God. And I'm going to roll with that. And I wanted to play that for y'all. I can't find it, but I can find one of his wives saying that they flipped on him, you know, because he beat her up. And she tried to leave, and he, you know, you see how sick dude is. This dude letting his children play with his rod. They should have left on that note. What type of sick dude do that? You know, if I was a woman, I'd have left right then and there. Like, this dude is sick, man. I can't be around this dude. Then he wanna, have sex with his woman while she breastfeeding. Like, talking about I'm keeping the kids pure. No, you ruined their purity, man. They innocence. You took that away. You over here having sexual relations. You making them curious about that. They say he think he doing something good, but he not. He in darkness. He bugged out. And he's bringing them along with him. So let's get this. I'm going to play a clip with his wife. And she'll tell you, because I had the clip. And now I can't, man. There's so many videos on dude now. But I wanted to get the one where he's all bugged out talking about, I am God. You know, he had the chimes and the smoke going, man, that dude bugged out. So here goes his wife. She gonna tell it. And she's all messed up. That woman messed up. I think she was already messed up, but he did further damage to her. You can like watch when you see a video of her. When you look in her eyes, she's spiritually dead. So check out Yasharala.
Nature Boy wants to be a messiah. He wants to be God, and he's not. No one is. You know what I'm saying? In this plane of existence, as far as I know right now, in this space and time, you know, a messiah hasn't come back yet, as far as I'm concerned. You know, humanity is just in a state where we're accumulating a whole bunch of knowledge now, and we're trying to figure out how to apply it to our lives. And unfortunately, some of us in our community are taking this knowledge, taking this spirituality and using it against our society and being a perpetuation of what we're all trying to cease in our environment in the first place. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about that, you know. So it is what it is. Nature.
And she went into because dude said that he was a God. And that's why the Most High had to kick in and show dude that he's not God. You know, he had to knock him off real quick because that dude's going against, you know, the first 10 commandments. Because we're going to go to Exodus 20:3, and it says, thou shalt not have no other gods before me. So everybody in his cult is guilty of that, and dude is guilty of that. He made himself a god. The Egyptology. Oh, and I also heard him say that the most highest people on the planet existence are transgenders. I've heard him say that. So that lets you know that. And then, like, allegedly, one of those in his group was one of those, and they said he had relationships with, you know, that dude as well. That's just allegedly what I'm hearing. But I've heard him say out his own mouth that being a transgender puts you on a higher plane of existence. I heard him say that. I'm like, that dude done, you know. And I heard him say, I am God, you know, and he said it in this very demonic tone. You know, dude got a lot of demons on him. So when he said that he is a God, he broke one of these, the 10 commandments that's famous, that Moses laid out. Thou shalt no other gods before me. So that's why he had to get dealt with. Then it's like, the Lord had to show him, like, how you going to call yourself a God, but here comes some people I made, the Edomites, and they locking your butt up. Can't no God get locked up by no mortal men. And I'm looking at all his little followers, cult leaders, all the people that watch him, dude had millions of subscribers. How can you see this dude as a God? Like, as I'm saying, Jake is on a real low level. So we got to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Shah. We ain't get caught up by a dude like that. Or Sadnada, or Yaki Awakening, Young Pharaoh, whoever they're going to set up next. Look like the next big Hotep Kemetic dude is Yaki Awakening, which he's playing it safe. He's more like a herbalist. But he's saying some bugged out stuff. You go listen to the elder in South Carolina, he talking about don't drink water and all that stuff. So his bugged outness is showing on full display. All them dudes is bugged out. Young Pharaoh, that dude done bugged out. So the Lord is he's smashing out Hotep Kemetic. Straight up. Because Jake should not be going back. And you hear the dude talk, I want us to be naked. He basically want to go back to Africa. He want to go live like a Hamite. They put on a covering of everything but Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So, and what he's doing was he was scattering, his people. These plantation Christian pastors, all these Hotep Kemetic leaders, Nation of Islam, all they're doing is scattering the sheep, man. So when Pastor Porkchop scatters, Jake, then they run to, melanation, black spirituality, Hotep Kemetic, Egyptology, line my chakras up, then they getting scattered. And that was prophesied in Jeremiah 23:1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord. So he said, woe be unto you. So that was woe unto that dude, Nature Boy, man. That was only, the Lord is long suffering. He gave him plenty of chances to repent, come back. Dude just kept doubling down on this bugged out stuff because he getting paid. That money puffs you up. So, and the scripture said, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep. So that dude had to go down, man. He was beating old girl up. See how destroyed she is. He destroyed women, men, all the dudes. The two dudes I seen, because there was a dude named Solar in this camp. That dude seemed like he all zesty. Like he was doing something to him too. So I'm like, woo, how y'all fall that low? I heard women left their children to go be in that cult. I think dude flew out to Costa Rica so he could be in the jungle and do all this bugged out stuff. And we gotta, praise the Lord, we ain't with that. So the Lord, he's long suffering. So what he's doing is, he got to come back and destroy Egypt spiritually. Because they trying to go back into it, man. So check it out. We heard that woe going to destruction. So check out this Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children. So that dude, he was in rebellion. All that Hotep Kemetic, that's nothing but rebellion against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You should not be looking at yourself as African, looking at yourself as the Egyptian, none of that, man. You a Hebrew Israelite. It says, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. Jake want to listen to bugged out Hotep Kemetic niggas. That is not the counsel of the Lord. That is not the covering of the Lord. That's the cover of Egypt. And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. And that they may add sin to sin. So when you put the covering of Hotep Kemetic, man, you going way left field. You're going to add sin to sin. Because they teach is like a do as thy will spirit. They basically do witchcraft. And I look at it. They do a whole, but it's a bunch of bugged out stuff that I can never get with. And check it out. Verse 2, it says, they walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. The Lord smashed out Egypt a long time ago when he brought our ancestors up out of there. He smashed Egypt out. Why the hell are you going back into Egypt in 2024? Let that stuff go. It's nothing. All they got is what? The Book of the Dead, which teaches mummification. And then they got the Mayat, which ain't nothing but a plagiarized version of the Lost Commandments. And that's only the material they got. Other than that, these dudes be writing books. Polite, Nature Boy, Shaka Ambrose. They gonna write a book with, lean on their own understanding. And that's just not gonna get it done, because it's gonna make Jake add sin to sin. Because you're going against the Lost Commandments. That's you trusting in the shadow of Egypt. Egypt is done, man. That mug is smashed out. Flee from that. Get to the Lord and wrap yourself up in the covering of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Verse 3, therefore shall the strict of Pharaoh be your shame. Hey, that woman, all the people, he got shame on him. You heard him trying to clean his mess up. Or what I didn't mean is, man, yeah, you did. You just told the whole world you let your son play with your rod. After you got done, having sex with his mother. Why are you letting your son play with your rod, man? That something morally should tell you that that's wrong. I'm not about to let my son do that with me. No, because to me, that's gonna get him used to playing with that. You teach him the wrong way. He might want to play with somebody else's rod. Like, come on, man. You know? And it says, in the trust and the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. All they did do was breed confusion, man. All the women are blanked out that follow him. The men are blanked out. You know, here we got Jacob's trouble coming. You think that anybody that follow him is ready for that? All his followers with his teachings? He didn't teach nothing about Esau, Jacob's trouble, none of that. None of it about the micro CHIP coming. Man, them people lost. They are totally in the dark. They're confused. And now that he's in prison, I bet they're even more confused. Now they're like, now where do I go? Now what do I do? So that's them, they in shame and they in confusion, man. They don't know what to do, man. They looking like, damn, I thought dude was God. Esau done came over here and locked dude up for life. What type of God is that? He can't save, can't deliver. None of that. You know? So that's going to be that confusion. Everybody follows Hotep Kemetic. When Jacob's trouble falls out, they're going to be confused. They ain't going to know what to do. They ain't going to know why UN troops is here in America and why you got military troops rubbing up and down the block. They wasn't versed on that. They wasn't, edified or coached on that. Over here, we got edification. We already know what's about to go down. We are, let's say, Hotep Kemetic don't even know that Esau's their enemy. That's why they let them Edomite women in. When they let them Edomite women in, then destruction comes. Because what? You're making the same mistakes our forefathers did. You're not getting built up. You're not getting edified with them. So when the Jacob's trouble fall out, they outside the house of David. They're going to get caught up in that destruction. You know? And I don't see how our people get caught up in that. So the Lord right now, that's what I got. We'll end off this right here. The Lord is destroying Egypt, man. All they leaders about to get smashed out. So check out this Isaiah 19:3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. Woo, we just witnessed that. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. You know? And look, verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of the cruel Lord, and the first king shall rule over them, said the Lord of hosts. So he just got, man, that happened to him. The Lord is destroying the councils of Egypt. He was a council of Egypt, man. Or spirituality, melanation, whatever the hell he taught, man. Because this stuff is like a mixture of everything, you know. But he started with that Hotep Kemetic. I noticed when he started out, that's what he talked about at first. And it always morphs into some old bugged out stuff, man. It's like them dudes, they just read a bunch of books and they just mix it all together. They talking about line your chakras up and the energy of the universe and the woman goddess of heaven. I'm like, the black woman is God, why are you beating on her? But then he went from black woman is God to I am God. So he just went super bugged out. Super bugged out, man. And that's the Lord destroying. He made himself an idol. And the Lord is destroying idols. The Lord is smashing that out. You know, everybody that put themselves as an idol, you know, you got your celebrities, you got these leaders of these religious groups, they about to get smashed out, Yashara. We about to sit back here with our popcorn and watch the Lord destroy these dudes. So I'm looking at the net, I'm like, who gonna be next? Who's next on the list? I done seen 3 of them dudes in Hotep Kemetic get smashed out right now in my lifetime. Bobby Hemmett is paralyzed from the neck down. Brother Polite is in jail. And now Nature Boy is in jail. I'm looking at Side Nader like, hey, man, you better be very weary. You could very well be next. Or Young Pharaoh, that bugged out dude. Them dudes, man, that Hotep Kemetic, they come with a very zesty spirit. All them dudes is very feminine, you know. And what I heard with Bobby Hemmett taught, they teach, man, you can do alphabet agenda. That's a part of they doctrine. Now, I can't get with that, y'all, Charlotte. Like, heck nah. They lost me at the black woman is God. Like, throughout my experiences in life, I know that's not true. Very untrue. I was raised by an Israelite woman, so I know she's not God. They bleed once a month, man. How the heck can she be God? She's the weaker vessel. You know, somebody look at Jake, how you fall for that? But Jakes love Hotep Kemetic. It's a lot, it's millions and millions of Jakes still in that false religion. And then when Jacob's trouble comes out, that is going to be their shame, man. Because a lot of them vehemently come against, you know, Hebrew Israelite teaching. They come against us. I've seen a lot. Sarnata loves to bash on the Hebrew Israelite awakening, you know. So everybody that follows them is about to be in a real bad place. Real bad place. Because they lack knowledge. They don't have it. They don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shah. There's no Thawa, no market exemption. So when destruction rains out, like the scripture said, woe be unto you. So for us, hey, we rejoicing, man. I've seen dude get knocked off, go to jail, life in prison, man. I praise the Lord, man. Why? Because he's an enemy of Yahweh Shah. The Lord is getting rid of all enemies. All false religions getting cast down. I even seen those, what's that? Them Ishmael, them Arabs, man, they was casting their idols in the street, man. The Lord is showing himself. He's showing that power. Like, I am the Lord. Watch me work. And I'm watching the Lord, and I'm over here like, woo! Hey, our power is mightily be feared and great in power, Yashrala. Like, he putting on a mighty display for us to watch. And it's only building our faith to know that we're in the correct place. Because, like, look at these other people. They failing. We getting stronger. And they failing. You can vividly see that. And I'm loving it. And I'm loving it. So, hey, stay tuned. We're going to see who's next on the list. You know? So with that, man, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say, Kwam, Yashar Allah, stay locked in on this truth. Because Yahweh Shah is quickly on the way, baby. Shalom.